So yesterday, I invited Candice into the studio here because I wanted to sit down with her in front of a camera and discuss Forward Facing as a charity, what they do to help the families that are assigned to them, and how you guys can help and be on board in 2024. Candice is a phenomenal lady, and her energy is unreal, really. And I honestly don't know how she manages to go through what she's gone through this year and still put a smile on other people's faces. So we'd love to wish you, from all of us here at Forward Facing, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And without further ado, let's get into yesterday's video where you can learn a little bit more about Candice and Forward Facing as a charity. Let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers, Candice. Thanks for coming and visiting me. So, you're an inspirational woman, and
Thanks.
what are you, the founder?
CEO.
The CEO of Forward Facing is a charity that I was introduced to, and I know things about. We were obviously introduced about 4 or 5 months ago now, and I wanted to get you on here to give you a little bit of publicity for the amazing things that you guys do as a charity. We can say thanks to all the people that have supported you over 2023. A really quick intro into 2024 and what is coming up and what you want to focus on. But first, for the hopefully people that are watching us now, what is Forward Facing? Where did it come from? And what do you do to help other families, to help the families you help?
Okay, so Forward Facing was set up by my amazing best friend, Tasleen Carstairs. She was the founder of the charity. She unfortunately got cancer about 9 years ago, and she was terminal, had a terminal diagnosis, and I'm the happy friend. So yeah. I was always the one that, made her laugh and was happy and didn't do negativity. And I didn't do the sad faces. I kind of did, I just did, okay, we'll do this. And this is the type of person that I am. So she let me in, in her journey. And we had a memory making day where children, it's an annual memory making day, and it's where children become a star for the day at Brighton Dome. They give us the dome for the day, and the kids get face painted, dressed up. We try and get celebrities down there, and we have a day filled with fun and laughter and them becoming a star, which is filmed. And then we have an Oscar day a few months afterwards, where the kids get to see themselves in the movie that they starred in on the memory making day, and they go down the red carpet and receive an Oscar award, and they feel like they're celebrities. So I did this with Tasleen, and then we were sat in the hospice looking at the pictures from it, and she started crying. And we weren't allowed to do crying. It was not a thing that we were allowed. And I was like, whoa, why are you crying? And she went, the charity won't carry on. And I went, it will, I'll do it. I don't know why I said it, because it just came out of my mouth. And then she passed away. And then I sat with her trustees, and I was like, I know nothing about charity. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And they, also said to her, the charity will carry on. So we decided to just do the Oscar day, and that's probably as far as we could take it. But I'd made a promise, so I didn't know how I would do it. So we did the Oscar day. These kids looked at me, and I was like, that's it now. You had a kid looking at your eyes, and you're like, this is it now. I've got to make this carry on. So I said to her trustees, right, don't know, but this has got to carry on. And they, supported me with, carrying it on. And that's 9 years ago. So we do events to make memories for kids with complex needs, cancer, life-limiting illnesses and disabilities, and also bereaved families in the Sussex area. And we do events to have fun, to make people smile and, you know, feel happy. And it doesn't matter, like we've had kids coming and they've just been to chemo and then they come to an event, or they're having medication as they're at your event, and no one looks at you, no one judges you. Kids can have a meltdown. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters because everyone's going through the same things as you. So it's not a problem. Nothing is a problem. So that's lovely about the events. And then we also support people by recently offering counselling. Past 2 years, we've been seeing a real need for counselling, and so we've got fantastic counsellors that we work with that have handpicked for the needs of the families, and they're just amazing. So we're doing counselling, and then we also do photo shoots. Make memories with photo shoots. We do loads of different types of events. It would take me about an hour to tell you all the different things that we do.
So it's the small things that create for memories for the families that are going through these traumatic experiences that have been thrown on them through no fault of their own. Which I know of a family who have been through something very similar, and it's got to be horrific. Fortunately, I've never been through it, but I just can't imagine what it's like. And from the hours and hours of conversations that me and you have had over the last 6 months, some of the things you do for these families, and these families really, really love you. I know they really love you because I've spoken to a few of them along the way. Now, obviously, you do what you do with the funding that is available to you, which I understand this year, like many other people, the government have not been favourable to charities like yourself. So for 2024, how can local businesses and local people get involved with the charity? What kind of support do you need, whether it's financial support and funding or whether it's help at events? How can people jump on board and help this amazing cause?
So most people could help us in some way. Every single person. You know, you might have a skill that is something like doing nails, haircutting. You might be able to hold a cake sale. You might own a restaurant or a takeaway, a company where you could give us one takeaway a year.
Yeah.
You know, one takeaway a year, nothing to them. So lovely for a family going through some kind of trauma, and, you know, and they get a takeaway. A voucher for we do Deliveroo thing. So say I'll find out today somebody's going into hospital with their child, the child's took a turn for the worse, going in hospital, and then the dad or the grandparents or a carer or a sister or, you know, anyone is left behind looking after all these other kids. How are they going to cook for all these other kids tonight? Yeah. So a little takeaway, it just makes it so much easier for them. Yeah. So if one person could give £30 for a takeaway, pizza takeaway for a family, that is so much to us. And it's could you bake a cake for an event that we've got? Yeah. You know, some people love baking. Yeah. Do you know a restaurant that could donate something for a raffle for us that could then make us raise a lot of money? You know, most people have a skill that they could give. Could they give a day a month to ringing around people to see if you could get a free meal or a free flowers or free something or discounted? You know, most people know somebody somewhere that knows somebody that could help. Yeah,
because obviously you're not asking for hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds. It's small things. It's £30 here and £50 there. Now we had a conversation.
Skills as well. Yeah, most skills to be able to offer a cleaner to offer a clean to the families. We've had that in the past, and it's been amazing. So you know, like a 2-hour window clean, or I don't know if it takes 2 hours, but, like a clean or
a
a
clean on
window
a house, they're
clean
coming out of hospital, they've been in hospital for 3 weeks, to walk into a nice house. Something as small as that is massive to these families. And obviously we had a conversation about like making a wish, and that a lot of these children and these families you deal with, they'll have a bucket list of things that, if unfortunately the child's terminal, they might have a bucket list of memories they want to create. Now, how can the public get involved in that? There's obviously in 1,000 ways. It could be that a child wants to go for a drive in a sports car.
Lots of them want that.
Yeah, lots of them do that. They want to meet a footballer, or even a video from a footballer, a quick 10-second video. So it's all things like that, that without even the public spending any money, there's so much negativity in this country at the moment. And this is why I wanted to become a part of this with you, to try and spread a bit of goodness back. So if you're watching this, you know a celebrity, you've got a nice car, drop us a message on the forward facing and say you would love to help make someone's dreams come true, really.
God, once a year.
Yeah.
Like little as that. And like most people know somebody who knows a celebrity or a sports person. I mean, they are celebrities, aren't they? But, one year we got a load of celebrities. I think it was COVID time. We got a load of celebrities. Like somebody knew people that knew people that knew people, and they got loads of videos of celebrities for us. And Mr. Tumble, like a video, and everyone was buzzing with that. And footballers did it, and things like that. And it lifts everyone's spirits. It's so nice. So like imagine you're in hospital and you're really fed up, and you've just, you're watching your child who's really poorly, and then the little child gets a video message, 2-minute video message to say, "Hi, so-and-so, hope you're doing well. Andy, the dinosaur adventurer, do you know him?"
No, can't say I do.
Right. He's done lots of things, but and he sends messages, and one of our trustees got in touch with him, and he kept sending to little kids, he'd just write then their name into this little message, and oh my God, everyone was buzzing with it. Things like that are priceless for a little kid.
So that would really help anybody. If you've got anything you want to offer, you want to spread some goodness into this very negative world that we seem to be finding ourselves in. Trust me, if you're in one of the situations that Candice's families are in, you could be a lot worse. Is that fair to say?
God, yeah.
It is fair to say. But so moving forward, 2024, what's on the cards for forward facing?
So it's exciting. So we've looked at the lack of our support to men. So we do loads of events for women, and kind of the men's events were quite hard to sort of, arrange.
Because we're
anything.
Awkward.
You're
men are
so awkward. Oh my God, yeah. But so it's easy for us to do women's things, because everyone wants to help all the women do nice, glamorous things, or but so we were lacking in men's events. So I was speaking to quite a few of the forward-facing male dads and carers, and they need a bit of joy and a bit of happiness too. So we really want to do something for men's mental health, sports. We work with some inspirational sports people. Kieran does adaptive boxing, and that is an event that we really like. We've done bits of it, and he's given free sessions for our families to try it out. But it's something that really want to get into. It's amazing. And he
What's
is amazing.
Adaptive boxing?
So it's a boxing. You can do boxing if you're in a wheelchair, if you've got any disability. It's absolutely amazing. So and to see real boxers, professional boxers, you know, doing their thing. And then also skills in this world that we're in now, you know, skills, learning skills to keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So we want to do a lot of that. But men's mental health is a big thing for 2024. Want to be able to get counselling for the male people. That is basically the money that you're going to raise on the bike ride.
Yeah. Well, we hope.
If it raises anything, I mean, already
I'm
it's
sure
raising
it will.
quite a bit.
I'm sure it will.
But there's 16 of you, is it, or 18?
No, I think it's 18 now. I think
wow.
it's 18 of us.
So 18 of you. So I'm thinking that money can go towards the you know, men's mental health. Health and well-being, you know, of the male people in forward facing.
Maybe even just building a community, because obviously the dads that are they're all going through a similar situation. Yeah. And sometimes having a conversation with people can make everything better. Yeah. Understanding that someone else is going through the same, but they've dealt with it slightly different to you, etc., etc. So that's something that I'm really, really keen to get on board with, and that's one of the reasons why I said, Candice, can I be a trustee, please? So here we are. So 2024 for forward facing is looking really promising. It's looking really, really exciting. So have you got any message, a Christmas message, to the people that have supported you in 2023?
Well, including you, I could not have got through this year. It's been a bad year for me personally. It's been a challenging year with family illnesses and friends and family losses and that kind of thing. So I couldn't have got through it without my trustees. They've been, you know, amazing, and they've all, I had a talk with them all, like sort of, I think it was in about September, and I was just like, right, next year, I need your help. Yeah. And they've all come on board, and they've said, God, we'll help you do these things. And all the companies that have supported us, there's so many, it's hard to name them all, but, you know, they're amazing. We have groups of people that just seem to, right when I'm thinking, oh my God, what am I going to do? Then someone will pop up with a thing that they're doing for us. It's just so amazing. All the people going forward to next year, we need to help more with more events and more. Speak to the families. We get a lot of feedback from the families about what they want, and I try and make it happen. Yeah. So we need more support from everyone that's helped us this year, and then maybe some more support from other people, so that we have a wonderful next year, because this year, to be honest, hasn't been that good for all of us, has it really?
No, it's been a tough year. I think it's been a tough year.
Most people are saying it's been a tough year.
But let's move forward. Let's spread a bit of good, positive energy. And like Candice was saying, the smallest things that me or you can do, anybody can do, can make a massive difference to someone going through a traumatic experience, like a poorly child. I can't imagine what it must be like to hear those 4 or 5 words. It will rip your world apart and turn it upside down. So,
you know, when your child is poorly, you know, just with a cold, isn't it stressful? When my grandchildren are poorly with chicken pox or something, I'm literally out of my mind, going off my head because they've got chicken pox. So, and that is nothing compared to what these families are facing. And, you know, so if you just, everyone reflects on, like, God, even when I've got a cold, I feel rotten, you know, and like, and this is nothing. This is like one tiny % of what these families are dealing with, and, you know, and like, if you can just help in any way, but remember, like, how you feel on your worst day with a child that's pretty healthy, but when they're poorly, will, like, magnify that by 1,000,000 times, and you're still not even going to have a tiny bit of what they're dealing with.
No.
So that's a way that I put it into perspective when I'm, with my family and we've got something going on, and I'm like, God, well, this is awful for us, but it's nothing compared to what they're all going through.
Some of them are going through it, yeah. Well, here is to forward-facing 2024. Everybody, if you've watched this, thank you very much for watching. If you want to know more about Forward Facing, check out the website, the Instagram, the Facebook page. If you want to support it in any way, then reach out to Candice or reach out to any of the trustees there. They can all be found on the website. And we'll see if you can help. We'd love you to help. We'd love you to be on board. So thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry
and
Christmas.
We'll see you on the flip side.